Hello. So in last lecture we have seen three properties of Laplace transform, which were linearity property, time shifting property and shifting in S domain. Next is time reversal property. So time reversal property says if xt has Laplace transform xs with ROC R, then x of minus t will have Laplace transform x of minus s with ROC minus R. Let us see one example. If xt is e to the power minus 2t ut, then xs is 1 upon s plus 2 with ROC sigma greater than minus 2. Sigma greater than minus 2 means this region. Then x of minus t means e to the power 2t u of minus t will have Laplace transform 1 upon minus s plus 2 with ROC minus R means sigma less than 2. If this is sigma equal to 2 line, then sigma less than 2 means this. Next is time scaling property. Time scaling property says if xt has Laplace transform xs, then x of alpha t will have Laplace transform 1 by mod alpha x of s by alpha with ROC alpha r. Let us see one example. Xt is e to the power minus 3t ut. Its Laplace transform will be 1 upon s plus 3 with ROC sigma greater than minus 3. X of 2t will be e to the power minus 6t u of 2t. Its Laplace transform will be 1 by 2 x of s by 2, which is 1 by 2 1 upon s by 2 plus 3, which will be 1 by 2 2 by s plus 6, which is 1 upon s plus 6. ROC will be alpha into R. Here alpha is 2. So as ROC is sigma greater than minus 3, so here ROC will become alpha R means 3 multiplied with alpha means sigma greater than minus 6. So ROC became sigma greater than minus 6. Next is convolution in time domain. If x1t has Laplace transform x1s with ROC R1 and x2t has Laplace transform x2s with ROC R2, then x1t convolved with x2t will have Laplace transform x1s multiplied with x2s, and this will have ROC containing R1 intersection R2. Its ROC will be containing R1 intersection R2. Let us say x1s is s plus 2 by s plus 3 and its ROC is sigma greater than minus 3, and x2s is s plus 3 by s plus 2 with ROC sigma greater than minus 2. Then let us say there is convolution in time domain. So multiplication in frequency domain, x1t multiplied with x2. x1t convolved with x2t will be x1s multiplied with x2s. This will be s plus 2 by s plus 3 multiplied with s plus 3 by s plus 2. Everything will cancel out. It will remain 1. So this will have ROC entire S plane. Entire S plane. So this R1 is sigma greater than minus 3, R2 is sigma greater than minus 2. Means what is R1? R1 is, this is sigma equal to minus 2 line, sigma greater than minus 2. R1 is sigma greater than minus 3, R2 is sigma greater than minus 2. So this is R2 and R1 is sigma greater than minus 3. This is sigma equal to minus 3 line. And this is ROC R1, and we know that ROC of x1 as multiplied with x2 as is entire S plane, means this complete S plane. So this entire S plane contains this sigma greater than minus 2 intersection with sigma greater than minus 3, which is sigma greater than minus 2. So this is containing this R1 intersection R2. Next property is differentiation in time domain. If xt has Laplace transform xs with ROC R, then dxt by dt will have Laplace transform sxs s multiplied with xs with ROC containing R. So let us say one example. Let us say xt has Laplace transform as 1 upon s plus 1. Its ROC will be sigma greater than 0. Then dxt by dt will have Laplace transform s multiplied with xs, means 1 upon s plus 1. Its ROC will be sigma greater than minus 1. So this sigma greater than minus 1 has sigma greater than 0, means it is containing R. Next is integration in time. If xt has Laplace transform xs with ROC R, then minus infinity to t xt dt will have Laplace transform xs divided by s, and ROC will be R intersection with sigma greater than 0. So let us see one example. Let us say xt is having Laplace transform s upon s plus 1, and its ROC is sigma greater than minus 1. Then minus infinity to t xt dt will be having Laplace transform x of s divided by s, means 1 upon s plus 1, and its ROC will be R intersection with sigma greater than 0. R is sigma greater than minus 1 intersection with sigma greater than 0, so it will give sigma greater than 0. Next is differentiation in S domain. If xt has Laplace transform xs with ROC R, then txt will have Laplace transform minus dxs by ds with ROC same as. So let us say xt is e to the power minus at ut, then its Laplace transform will be 1 upon s plus a with sigma greater than minus a, ROC. txt will be t e to the power minus at ut. It will have Laplace transform as 1 upon s plus a whole square with ROC again as sigma greater than minus a. Here poles are added, but these are added at the same location, or 0 will be added but at the same location. Location of pole will not be changing in this, so ROC will remain same. Remember one result based on this differentiation in S domain property, that t minus n minus e to the power n minus 1 upon n minus 1 factorial e to the power minus at ut will have Laplace transform 1 upon s plus a to the power n. This is one important result which we can remember for our future reference.